Taggart from USF. The Bulls open Saturday against Florida A&M at Raymond James Stadium. The game will be a 7 p.m. Eastern Time start and will be on ESPN3. Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. If you could take a minute to tell us about how your preseason has gone, anything you can tell us about your upcoming matchup against Florida A&M Saturday, please.
Preseason has gone really well. I thought our guys got better throughout training camp. Overall, offensively, defensively, and special team. But more importantly, I thought our guys really came together as a team and really practicing and competing at a high level. And really excited to see these guys go out and play on Saturday. I think their mentality is a lot different than what has been around here before. And I think they're ready to play. You know, we play FAMU on Saturday and be ready to roll. They have a new coaching staff. So there'll be some things that'll be we'll have to adjust to during the game, but I think they're ready to hit someone else besides themselves.
Any questions for Coach Taggart, please? Star 1 on your telephone to join the queue, then the operator will introduce you.
Our first question comes from Shannon Green from Orlando Sentinel.
Good morning, Coach. Hope all is well.
Good morning, Shannon. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I'm curious to know what kind of evolution have you seen out of Quentin Flowers on the field and off the field as a leader?
Say that again. What kind of? I didn't hear the first part. What kind of what?
What kind of evolution have you seen out of Quentin Flowers as a leader on and off the field?
Well, I think a big part of Quentin. I mean, we talked to Quentin this off season, and you know, you always talk about leadership and the quarterback position, being a leader and all. And I think the best way for Quentin to be a leader for us is by example and just go out. And we always told him we have enough guys on our team that can lead this team. The thing we need for him to do is be the best football player he can be, the best student he can be, and keep himself out of trouble, you know. And he's such a great kid and a humble kid, and where he just want to do right and want to be successful. And watching him throughout this off season just grow as a person and open up a little more to not only the coaches but his teammates, and you see a smile on his face a little more. You hear him talking a lot more, and from a football standpoint, you just seeing him a lot more comfortable with what we're doing than what he was his first year here.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
And we'll take our next question from Dan Tortora from Dan Tortora Broadcast Media.
Hey, Coach. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, Dan. How are you?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. Going off of, you talking about Quentin just a second ago here, as he's evolved and as he's gotten better, how have you seen that affect the players around him and the offensive weapons that he has around him?
Well, you see guys get a lot more excited because some of the plays that he makes, and I know from a receiver standpoint, those guys understand there's going to be a lot of time where he's going to extend plays and they can get open. They just got to keep plays alive, and we can get a lot of big-time plays because of some of the things that he can do with his feet. But I think what he's brought to our team is our offense is a lot more excitement, and guys being excited to play with him, and seeing a lot more guys catch balls for him rather than drop them, and they just having fun with playing with him and the plays that he's making. And I think what we're doing offensively is really helping with that.
Defensively, who have been some of those guys that have stepped up for you through camp that you had into this season saying, okay, maybe there's an issue here or there, but these are the people that I've been able to rely on going in here because, obviously minimizing the points on the other side is going to be a huge help. So we can talk about Quentin, but what can you say about the defense?
Well, I think our secondary is so much better than what it's been since we've been here. A lot of young guys that played for us last year, and they're a lot older now and playing in the secondary with Dietrich Nichols and David Abraham and Tajay Forward. Tajay has had a really, really good training camp. Expecting big things from him this season because he's really stepped up this training camp and been very impressed with him. And then Jamie Bird is just doing what he does. And I think up front, Zach Bullock playing for us, and then having Sean Hill back. All that's been really good for us as we went through training camp.
Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And our next question comes from Joey Knight from the Tampa Bay Times. Please go ahead, sir.
Coach, you said last week that there was still some pretty good competition at kicker and I believe right guard. Have you made a determination on those spots?
We haven't. We haven't yet, and again, we'll have that before game time, probably tomorrow, probably the next day, or the day after that. Not sure, Joey. Not sure yet. Sorry. I really would like to answer that for you, but I'm not sure yet. We'll have that for you probably tomorrow.
All right. And I haven't asked you about FAMU yet. Just from what you've seen, what are you concerned about them? What do they do well?
Well, FAMU have a whole new coaching staff, so thing we have to go off of is kind of where these coaches have been. And, offensively, the head coach comes from Buffalo, where he's the offensive coordinator, and brought a guy with him from Buffalo. So we've been studying a lot of Buffalo's film from last year, and then defensively, I have a guy in that's coached at a couple of different places and hadn't coached in a couple of years. So we really don't know much what to expect from that standpoint. We understand they're going to be a 4-3 defense, and we just got to be ready for anything as we go. But like we've been talking with our guys, it's not really about the opponent. It's about what we do and about us going out and execute what we do and understanding how we do it. So it's going to be important that we go out and know exactly what we're doing, and we're going to have to adjust a little bit in the game, but we got to be sharp in executing what we do.
And just one other thing, just kind of play off of that, how important is it for your team to not only show up and win Saturday, but to show out, like you like to say, to really play well? How important is that?
Well, it's very important. That's something we look to do every time we go out and perform on game day. We practice well all week, and we go out and want to put on a good show. And that's something we've been stressing this whole off season. Just go play ball every week, no matter who we're playing. We got to go out and compete against ourselves and go out and see how good we can be. And that's been our mentality, and that's something we're going into this game is we're going to go out and see how good we can be as a football team and compete against ourselves and put on a good showing.
Thanks.
And our next question is from Joy Johnson from the Tampa Tribune.
Willie, with a new look on offense and a new look on defense, this being your first game, do you expect there to be a learning curve here, some mistakes to work through? What kind of show do you think you'll be able to put on with the new look for the first time out?
Well, we're banking on going to put on a great show. We've been working really hard and understanding what we're doing, and it's important that we go out and execute. That's been our theme all week is execution. We got to go out and execute what we're doing. If we do that, we know we can be a pretty good football team. So, but you go in the first games, and you never know what may happen. You always make the most improvement from game 1 to game 2. And as you go into game 1, you don't know what's going to happen. You just got to prepare and go out and trust your technique and trust what you're prepared for and execute. So we're planning on going and execute and play our best ball game since we've been here.
Thanks.
And any other questions for Coach Taggart, please? Hey, Coach, thank you for your time today. Look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
Thank you very much.